Like the video, comment, subscribe if you're a fan of Monkey D. Luffy. I hope you are. I really, really do. Because if you are not, then it's a bad day. It's been a bad week. It's been a bad month. A bad year for you. Because Monkey D. Luffy, right now, is phenomenal. This dude is firing off on all cylinders, man. After eating that big old feast, we see him come back, and he is putting in the work on Jay Garcia Saturn and Kizaru at the same time. This is stunning. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm kind of proud. Oh, I'm kind of proud of Monkey D. Luffy. Because for me, personally, I don't know how you feel, but personally, to me, it's finally starting to feel in earnest that Luffy is an emperor of the sea. He is among the ilk of the Shanks, of the Big Mom, of the Kaido, of the Prime Whitebeard, of the Marshall D. Teach. He feels like a true force of nature. The very thing that Hawkins told Law in Act 2 of Wano Country about how the Yonko were just built different. The very thing we've seen before with Big Mom and Kaido themselves, and how they were just dominant forces of nature that really can be put down. You need so much work to take down Kaido. Kaido had to go through the Scabbards, then Roof Piece, then Luffy 1v1, then Yamato and Luffy, then Luffy 1v1 again, then went back down to the bottom, had to come back up, Luffy 1v1 again, and Kaido all the way through had a counter for damn near everything. Even the Bajran gun, he had the Flame Drum Dragon. And Kaido chose to sit there and take that attack. He could have dodged it. No. I'm gonna try and challenge you, Luffy. And all the while levitating a massive island. Big Mom went through all that work on Onigashima, and Big Mom wasn't even properly defeated, because on the way down, talking about Goldie Roger, yapping, even in the magma chamber, throughout the entire time of the Luffy and Kaido fight, she's there, not dissolve nothing. And many Big Mom supporters like myself, oh yeah, we can see her come back for Elbaf to have her whole character finish off appropriately. Blackbeard, we know, is gonna be an absolute fiend. There's already so many hints that Blackbeard is going to be the final fight for Luffy in the story. Will he actually be? Who knows? But he's making a very good push for that. As of late, Katarina Devon touched the leg of Jay Garcia Saturn, and then we have Von Onga. What he has after? The world. Blackbeard is making these massive plays, and the guy has been pretty damn fantastic. True, at times skittish, really, but when push comes to shove, Blackbeard will get the job done. Whether it's a darkness, quake, a sneaker off screen, particularly off screen, Blackbeard will get the job done. And Shanks, oh, divine departure. That's all I have to say. Green Bull from thousands of miles away. What? And these are Admirals, man. Remember all the times that we had those Admirals in the pre-time skip. Remember Kuzan crip walking on the entire Straw Hat crew. Remember Marine 4 and how good they were there. Remember Fujitori's epicness on Dressrosa. Even being referred to, and Green Bull, by Doflamingo, the guy that so many people wank to like the high heavens. That very same Doflamingo said on Greenbit that Fujitora and Green Bull were monsters. But like the Godzilla universe, there are pecking orders to the monster system. Not all monsters are created equal. And even though the Admirals are powerful, Kizaru is getting stunted on. Buddy is getting completely annihilated by Monkey D. Luffy. It really makes you wonder, yo, was Luffy at full power the first time he fought against Kizaru? Because when Luffy grabbed Kizaru the first time, Kizaru was kind of chill, like, oh my God, gets thrown, oh, the ocean, I'm so scared. Second time around, wasn't so funny. Luffy squeezed a little bit harder. Blood, what? 1108, shocking. Luffy was ready to go. 1109, buddy, Kizaru, how you feeling over there? Oh, Mr. J, I don't feel so good. Oh, and mind you, this is a Luffy that had a focus on Jay and Kizaru. Imagine this Kizaru solo. How devastating would the symbol been if it was just Kizaru solo? I'm not seeing any Conquer infusion on the symbol. When he started to turn into a pizza dough after infusing yeast into him and started beating him down. Bro, Luffy, he feels like a Kaido, like a Big Mom, like a Shanks, like a Prime Whitebeard in so many respects. Especially now we're seeing him potentially get jumped by all 5 elders. The Gorosei are being summoned in. And yes, their objective is not Luffy, it's to stop Vegapunk's message from getting across the entire planet. True, but it's Luffy's job to not only make sure that his friends are A-okay, but also to make sure that they don't like destroy the entire island while his friends are on the island. So as long as his friends have not escaped, it's Luffy's job to make sure that these guys don't go crazy and threaten his friends' lives. I could be wrong, obviously, but I don't see how we can fit Kizaru into the Luffy equation anymore when you have 5 elders, 5 immortals or pseudo-immortals, however it is. They're pulling up after teleporting from the Holy Land. They could fan out, and maybe it's only Jay versus Luffy still, but I have my doubts. I do. Again, I could be wrong, particularly when we know that Dory and Brogy are coming, so at some point they should help Luffy for sure. And also the fact that the robot in the junk heap still hasn't arrived yet, or maybe you have to go to it. The reality is that Jay and Kizaru, by themselves, they could not run around and stop Vegapunk's message broadcast from happening because Luffy exists. As long as Luffy is there, he is the strongest person on the island.
You are correct, sir.
Because no one on the island can handle a Gear 5 Luffy. Because Gear 5 Luffy is just absolutely otherworldly. Therefore, blow the whistle. I need help. And he summons the homies. It's a basketball pickup game, 2v1, and the dude is still winning by 20. So the boys that are waiting on the bench now have to come in. Oh,
keep it easy.
Please, people, please keep in mind, this is just the beginning of the final saga of the story. Luffy is treating Jay and Kizaru the way he has, and Jay has rebounded, fair enough, but he's like an immortal, so he has this gimmick to him. But again, remember chapter 1044, they already admit that they fear the Nika. The reasons why are still unclear, but that's part of the mystery, that's part of the excitement of what's to come, maybe in the near or at least in the future guaranteed. Part of the reason why Gear 5 is so enjoyable is the simple fact that we as readers, we don't know what Luffy is going to do now. Like for example, if Ethan, Gandhi Gorosei, Venus Juro, if he pulls up with that sword, takes a swing at Luffy, he blocks with his teeth, he numbs on that. And then he turns his sword into a toothpick. It sounds ridiculous. It sounds insane, but you know it's possible. And that's the scary part. That's the scary part, man. That is that energy with a Big Mom, with a Kaido, with the Shanks, with the Prime Whitebeard. They all have this sense, this aura of indomitability to them, and I love it. And that's why now, when you have all 5 elders pulling up, the sense of danger in the arc has spiked dramatically, but also it feels appropriate because this is a Yonko caliber crew, and Luffy is an emperor in earnest. Yeah, he's a young uppity Yonko, and arguably the weakest of the Yonko, but still an emperor nonetheless. The same way Whitebeard needs to be treated in Marineford, Luffy, maybe not yet, but will soon command the same respect and threat level. Obviously, the bell has not rung yet. The fat lady is just humming a few bars. There's still a whole chorus to get through. But Luffy, right now, he feels worthy, in earnest, worthy of the Yonko title. And it's not to say that there won't be any challenges, like earnest to goodness extreme diff challenges for Luffy in the future. Of course there will be. In my book, the biggest 3 guys are going to be Emu, Blackbeard, and clearly Chunks, the God King, the Red Hair Wonder, the GOAT. However, there are also possibilities in Elbaf. Potentially, Rox D. Sebek himself is alive. The Holy Knights get a lot of gas by Monkey D. Dragon, and we're seeing 5 elders pull up right now. Jay Garcia Satin by himself, that's one thing. But what if, let's say, the 5 elders have combo moves the same way the Straw Hats have combo moves? So in this situation here, it'll be like a reverse Oars Luffy, where if the Gorosei do stand their ground Florida style against Luffy, they can try and do their own demonic crazy combo moves onto Luffy the same way the Straw Hats did against Oars Luffy. I'll say it here now, I don't think that he can defeat 5 elders, so it depends on if he can figure out the gimmick of the elders. Like, does he know what he can do ability-wise to actually bypass their mortality? 1. But then 2, also, the themes of actually escaping the island are very important here. And we do need, I think, some time for the giant robot to get its shine with or without. With or without Luffy. When Dory and Brogy pull up, people are saying that we're gonna see a combination Warrior Nation move, and Luffy's gonna be a part of that move too. How? How can Luffy be a part? Is he gonna grab his sandals? Give me a second. Yeah, he's gonna grab his sandals and he's gonna join up with Dory and Brogy. Hakuku! Bro, just. And you know what? It sounds stupid, but somewhere in the back of your mind, you're like, hold on. If he puts hockey, like Conqueror's hockey on his sandals, and he's the size of an actual Titan from Attack on Titan, black sandals for a reason, yo! Yeah. I love it. I love it. I'm on board. I love what I'm seeing here. Hella proud for the Monkey D. Luffy, absolutely. This arc might already be the best arc in the post-time skip. I would say absolutely en route to be up there with the Water 7s and these lobbies, Marine Forwards. Yeah. The anime, go hard. Go hard for everybody, bro. Go hard. You gotta give Luffy the extra goodness. You gotta go a mile and a half. Go well above and beyond for Monkey D. Luffy, absolutely. So a quick video on my appreciation and the energy and the vibes he gives off now. Yo, I would say right now, just the feelings, the vibes alone, perfect.
Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.
I'm gonna catch you guys on the flip side.
See you. Bye-bye.